Welcome back to Year in Review. We'll be briefly talking about some of the games that I wanted to cover but didn't put enough time into to do a proper video on them. So let's get started. Today we'll be looking at EDF 5. Despite the name, it's a reboot of the series and doesn't follow the storyline of EDF 1 through 4. Earth Defense Force, and especially Earth Defense Force 5, is essentially this. Take Dynasty Warriors and Starship Troopers, put them together in a blender under even cheesier premises and voice acting performances, and you've got the EDF series. Recently, these games have been coming to PC, and I've gotten the opportunity to play EDF 4.1, EDF 5, and EDF Iron Rain. I'm going to recommend EDF 5 because the voice acting and dialogue is amazing.
Defeat the monsters on the ground.
Take out all monsters!
The game is also pretty damn fun. For full price at $60, it's a bit expensive, but you do get a lot out of it. An online and split-screen component with varying difficulty levels for each mission, and a dizzying selection of weapons to choose from over the 4 unique classes. Gameplay is pretty fun, if a bit repetitive. Choose your loadout, kill bugs. There aren't any traditional power-ups on the maps, but levels don't take too long, and since you acquire new weaponry often among 4 different classes, you're not going to be running out of ways to kill bugs anytime soon. Enemy variety improves over time, and levels do vary enough to keep things interesting. There are also vehicles, and each class plays different enough to keep things fresh. The split screen isn't very well optimized, but it's there, and there is an online dedicated community. Some negatives I have with the game: there's way too much DLC for this game that is way overpriced. It's almost like $90 for everything, and the graphics aren't great considering this game does cost $60, but there is plenty of content in the base game, and visually it has a lot going on, and once the audio levels are adjusted in the main menu, the sound design is actually pretty decent. If you want a more optimized game with better graphics, and you can't stand quality dubbing, Iron Rain also came out this year, but I haven't played a ton of it yet to give a good opinion. I will say that when comparing the same amount of time played, EDF 5 was more entertaining. At $60 full price, this game is a bit of a tough sell, but for $30 for someone who's new to the franchise, and if you can maybe get a buddy to play with you, it's a great price for it. I highly recommend checking these games out at one point if you are into cheesy voice acting, shooting thousands of bugs, just relaxing, sitting back, and just letting your brain rot and do all this fun shit. It's actually a lot of fun to play this game despite looking very, very repetitive. It does get repetitive quite often, but if you play it in like mission-to-mission bursts, you'll be fine. And of course, the cooperative challenge ceiling is there, so if you want to play at higher difficulties with a friend locally or online, you do have that option of teaming up and making the game a little bit more challenging, and it can get really intense at times. It's really fun. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will be out of the country for a little bit, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to post videos still. I'm going to see what I can do. I'm going to bring my microphone with me, but we'll see where it goes. I'm still going to be working on the top 5 best and worst games of 2019. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. I'm out.